So what happens? People come in like this 37-year-old, and what was he complaining of, or what was going on?
Respiratory distress. He didn't have COVID either.
Is there an understood financial incentive to diagnose COVID?
Yeah, of course. I think it's at least $29,000 per patient. And then you have to think you are also charging supplies and more supplies and more supplies. That's just like a bonus money. He was just like, totally alert, knew what was going on, and they convinced him to be on a vent. Now he's dead.
What killed him? Did the vent kill him?
Yeah. Oh, yes. They're so sedated. He had probably 8 or 9 drips. It's all sedation. It's all sedation and paralytics. So you are asleep. It is essentially like you're under, you're in surgery, when they put you under like that for a good month straight. There's no way you can recover from something like that. You'll be brain dead if you do. One of my patients was on this. Just one patient. So Nimbex, 100 milligrams, Precedex, 400 milligrams, fentanyl, 2,500 micrograms, heparin, 25,000 units, Versed, 50 milligrams, Levophed, 16,000, Neo, 50 milligrams, Propofol, 10 milligrams, Vasopressin, 100 units. This is one person. And all these drips are running at the same time into them. That's what I'm seeing, like all these negative tests, and they're putting them on these vents. They're being put on these COVID floors. It's murder. It is setting these people up for failure based on money.
Calling a patient a DNR when there's no order for it, and telling us, like straight up telling us, you're not doing anything. That's wrong. If that was my brother or my father or anybody, I would be furious. And I guarantee you, if I called his family right now and told them what happened, they would be furious too.
COVID rule out.
COVID rule out.
So that's how they admit everyone to the floor that doesn't have.
Okay, so he's put in the step down unit, which is a euphemism for step up unit.
Yeah. And
what happens to him there? What's going on there?
What they really need to be doing is like the non-rebreather mask, but they just skip it usually. They go right to the high pressure, so their lungs are already,
So, and tell us what a non-rebreather mask is.
So that's just, there's a bag that is on the end of these masks. It's not forcing air down your lungs.
Okay.
It's more natural.
Okay.
You can put 100% oxygen. And that's what people need.
I mean, in your prior experience dealing with people with low saturation, would that be what you would do?
Oh, yeah. That's what we were doing, in my hometown.
And were you having better outcomes there?
Yeah, we didn't have this because we treated them properly,
What would you say the kind of the case fatality rate was?
None. 0.
What is the likelihood of coming out of the hospital you're in?
I'll tell you that the unit that I've been on, the only person that survived, ironically, is a guy who pulled his own tube out. Yeah.
So he woke up enough to be able to do that?
Yeah. He wanted it out. He should have never been on in the first place. That's a whole nother story.